My dear students, good morning. Today in this class I am going to solve a few questions from previous year question papers. As we know and we discussed all the rules and regulations, assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence, verb forms, tense forms in detail discussion already has taken place. Based on the knowledge of our previous classes, today I will solve 5 or 6 examples from previous question papers. Okay, so here this one, report the following conversation. Laura said to Gonzalo, will you go to your bench tomorrow? Gonzalo, no, I will come here. Laura, what will you bring for the birds? Gonzalo, I will bring some crumbs for the birds. Okay, here. I will come here. Okay, so this is taken from a lesson, a sunny morning from our second PU syllabus. Okay, here first before solving we have to understand the type of the sentence, whether it is assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Here this is assertive, interrogative, this is assertive, once again interrogative, once again assertive. Now I will explain. Here Laura said to Gonzalo. Okay, then here this statement begins with an auxiliary helping verb, hence it should be changed into like this, interchange. Okay, Laura asked, since it is an interrogative we have to use asked. Gonzalo, Laura asked Gonzalo. As we discussed in our interrogative statements, the statement begins with an auxiliary. As connectivity we have to use whether or if. Gonzalo, whether he would. The statement is in simple present tense, it should be changed into simple past tense, and shall, will, can, may are changed into should, would, could, might, like this. Okay, he would go to, your changes into his once again, change of persons. His bench, the next day. Okay, and for that Gonzalo answered. answered Laura in the negative way, that is no here we cannot write no as it is, negative way, that as it is assertive sentence we use that he would come there. Here changes into there. Then Laura asked another one question. Here Laura asked her Gonzalo. Laura asked Gonzalo. The statement starts with WH word, as we discussed. If the statement starts with WH word, so We should not use that. We will keep as it is. What he would bring for the birds. What he would bring for the birds. Here you will change this into he would. Here you means Gonzalo. Okay, birds. Then the last statement, Gonzalo answered or replied. May I write replied? Answered Laura that he would. I will means he would bring some crumbs for the birds. He would bring some crumbs for the birds. So here question will be like this. It's question number 27 in our annual examination. It is meant for 5 marks. Such question will be there, and you to see previous year question papers and try to solve. Okay, by using all the rules and regulations that we have learned so far. Okay, so depending on the statement or context within the inverted commas, we are going to change the form of the reporting verb, and depending on the time and tense of the reporting verb, we are going to change the time and tense of the reported verb, and persons and the nearness to remoteness will be changed according to the rule. So this is the first one. Okay, so here Laura asked Gonzalo whether he would go to his bench the next day. Gonzalo answered Laura in the negative way that he would come there. Laura asked Gonzalo what he would bring for the birds. Gonzalo answered Laura that he would bring some crumbs for the birds. The discussion between Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo. Okay, so first one. And next one. Here, while changing from direct into indirect, we should concentrate on the tense forms as well as change of the persons. We should not make any mistake while changing. Next one. Here, once again, see here, Donna Laura, you should have asked permission to sit here. Don Gonzalo, the benches here are public property. Donna Laura, why did you complain about the priests? Gonzalo, are you taunting me? Here, Donna Laura, don't grumble. Don't grumble. Here, 3 types of sentences are there. Identify now. The first one, that is assertive sentence. Second one, an assertive sentence. Third one, interrogative sentence. Fourth one, interrogative sentence with an auxiliary with WH word, this one. Okay, next, fifth one, that is imperative sentence. Now, we'll solve. Here, Donna Laura told, since it is an assertive sentence, declarative, told Don Gonzalo that you changes into he should have asked permission to sit here nearness, remoteness, there, the first statement. Then Gonzalo told Donna Laura that, because once again it is an assertive sentence. In an assertive sentence and in exclamative sentence we use that. Okay, Don Gonzalo replied. You may write replied, answered, answered, answered. Donna Laura, Donna Laura, answered Donna Laura that the benches there were here means there, or means where, change of tense, change of nearness to remoteness, both are there. Okay, here means there, the benches there were public property, public property it is. Then Donna Laura starts with WH and interrogative. There we should not use that. Once again, Donna Laura questioned or asked Gonzalo. Here Don Gonzalo, only mention Gonzalo. Don Gonzalo, we should not use that. Gonzalo, why here change into assertive, WH plus AX plus S plus yes. Here why did you change it into here WH plus S plus AX. Here why you did, so in that form, keeping why as it is. You did complain, it means its assertive form is you complained, okay. Assertive form is you complained, it means simple past tense. Why did you complain? Why you complained. Okay, why did you complain? Why you complained in simple past tense. It is in simple past tense. Simple past tense should be changed into the rule. Remember once again, past perfect tense. Why you change this into he had. Why he had complained about the priests. Then Don Gonzalo asked, once again it is question, asked Donna Laura whether, see here starts with an auxiliary, whether present continuous tense we change it into past continuous tense, whether she was, you means here she, Laura, whether she was taunting, me changes into him, whether she was taunting him. And further it is an imperative sentence. Donna Laura in imperative sentence advised Don Gonzalo here, as yesterday we discussed regarding imperative sentence. If it starts with finite verb positive, V1 should be changed into 2 plus V1. If it is don't plus V1, it should be changed into not plus 2 plus V1. Not plus 2 plus V1. Okay. So here advisor Don Gonzalo, we should not use that. Any connector here? Simply Gonzalo advised Don Gonzalo not to grumble. This is the answer. Okay. Here And see once again here, it means depending upon the type of the sentence and the tense form, we are changing from direct to indirect. Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that he should have asked permission to sit there. Don Gonzalo answered Donna Laura that the benches there were public property. Donna Laura asked Don Gonzalo why he had complained about the priests. Don Gonzalo asked Donna Laura whether she was taunting him. Donna Laura advised Don Gonzalo not to grumble. If you write like this, you will get 5 marks. It is meant for 5 marks. Okay. Next, here we'll solve another 1 or 2 examples. Here, try to understand all the rules and regulations at once only. There we discussed so type of the sentence. Now we are discussing all the sentences at once. Okay, we are using all the learnt rules and regulations here in this class. Next, here from the same topic, number will be 27. Junito, can you sit here? Don Gonzalo, I want a bench to myself. Here another one, Junito, 3, there are here, There. There are 3 priests sitting there. Don Gonzalo, tell them to go away. Junito, they are talking. They are talking. Here it should be not there, There. There are 3 priests sitting there. Okay, here, there, and here, there, 2, there. It is mentioned. First one, an interrogative sentence begins with an auxiliary. Second one, assertive. Third one, an assertive. Fourth one, it is tell them to go away. Okay, it is an imperative sentence. The next one, it is assertive sentence. Once again, we'll see. And you to solve with me now. Here, Junito asked Don Gonzalo whether can you interchange now. Okay, starts with an auxiliary, whether he could sit there. Okay, first statement completed. Whether. And Gonzalo answered. Junito that he wanted simple present tense into simple past tense. I means he wanted a bench to myself means himself. Okay, and Junito told Don Gonzalo that declarative sentence, that there remains there were are changes into past tense 3 priests sitting there remains there only. Then Don Gonzalo told Junito to tell them to go away. To tell them to go away. Okay, it is tell them to go away. To tell them to go away. Okay, or ordered. You may use in place of told. You may use ordered, depending upon, or you may take in the form of suggestion also. Suggested. And here, for that, this Juanito, Junito, told Don Gonzalo that there remains they only are changes into where talking, present continuous to past continuous. Junito asked Don Gonzalo whether he could sit there. Don Gonzalo answered Junito that he wanted a bench to himself. Here, Junito told Don Gonzalo that there were 3 priests sitting there. Don Gonzalo told or suggested Junito to tell them to go away. To go away, Junito told Don Gonzalo that they were talking. So, this is here. It means already we have learnt type of the sentences and rules and regulations. Based on that, we are going to solve this thing. Okay, in a paragraph. Got it? Next, we'll solve another one example. Here, as I said, it is meant for 5 marks. Yes. Taken from the same topic, Donna Laura, Don Gonzalo. Here, first one, interrogative sentence with an auxiliary. Next one, interrogative sentence with WH word. Third one, statement. Next one, it is assertive sentence, and last one is an assertive sentence. Now, Donna Laura asked Don Gonzalo whether do you use, means you use present tense, simple present tense, second person. Do you use? Simple present is changed into simple past tense. Whether he used a shoe brush as a handkerchief. Then Don Gonzalo, it is an interrogative sentence. Gonzalo asked, or you may use questioned, asked Donna Laura what, as it is, right, what right she had, changing here, what right she had to criticize my actions, my change of person, criticize his actions. Then Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that hers was a neighbor's right. Hers was a neighbor's right. So present tense changed into past tense. Hers was a neighbor's right. Then Gonzalo, Don Gonzalo told Donna Laura that, assertive sentence, that I changes into he, do changes into did, simple present he changed into simple past tense. Okay, I didn't care to listen to nonsense. I didn't care to listen to nonsense. Okay. Then Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that, in an ironical way it is, not in actual way, in an irony it is said. But we'll write Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that he was very polite. Here, as it is mentioned, first one, interrogative sentence, Donna Laura asked Don Gonzalo, do you use a shoe brush as a handkerchief? Donna Laura asked Don Gonzalo, we should not use that, whether he used a shoe brush as a handkerchief. Simple present he changed into simple past tense. Then Don Gonzalo said to Donna Laura, what right have you to criticize my actions? Here Don Gonzalo asked Donna Laura, what right, interrogative with WH, she had to criticize his actions. Then criticize his actions, Donna Laura said to Don Gonzalo, a neighbor's right. Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that hers was a, but right here connection it is to give a meaning. Hers was a neighbor's right, and for that Don Gonzalo said to Donna Laura, I do not care to listen to nonsense. Then Don Gonzalo told Donna Laura that, present continuous, simple present tense changed into simple past tense. I do not care to listen to nonsense. That he didn't care to listen to nonsense. Then Donna Laura said to Don Gonzalo, you are very polite. Here Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo, you may ironically or you may use any other word, it is sufficient. Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo that he was very polite. So in this way we solve from direct to indirect in the passage form, in the given passage form. Okay. I hope you understood all these 4 or 5 examples. Based on, to get perfection, my dear students, you have to solve many examples taking from different question papers. Okay. I hope you understood this reported speech. So we took many classes to understand this one, and I conclude this topic here. And now it is your turn to solve many more examples, because it is very important and it is meant for 5 marks. So far we covered in our grammar, box notes or note making, poetry comprehension, and this one, reported speech. And what I'm thinking is in our next class we'll read text, and I hope you will get ready with text. Okay, we'll start poems and lessons. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Itulah. Hah?